Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport are reporting that the Falcons and star running back Bijan Robinson have reached an agreement on a 3-year contract extension worth up to $75 million. That includes $51 million guaranteed. Bijan Robinson is now the highest paid running back in NFL history, making more than $22 million per year. Bijan passed Philly's Saquon Barkley, who got extended last offseason after winning the 2024 Offensive Player of the Year. So what does this extension now mean for Bijan and the running back market, S.A.?
Well, first of all, I love the fact that I see a running back getting paid. I think one of the most egregious thing in all of sports is the treatment that running backs in the National Football League have received. I'm a big-time proponent of running backs from the standpoint your production is what should speak for you. Somebody should project based on what you produce, your health, etc. It shouldn't be, oh, your birth certificate is this. This is the amount of dust it collected. And no matter what you've done, how you look, how healthy you are, this is the money that we're going to give you. I think that's egregious. That's something that they've been going through for years. So to see a Saquon Barkley at $20 million, to see Bijan now at $22 million, to see the $75 million deal with $51 million guaranteed, he deserves it. Let me tell y'all who the hell Bijan Robinson is.
Break it down.
Number one in the National Football League in touches.
Talk about it.
Since 2023. Number one in touches, number one in scrimmage yards, leads all running backs with 198 receptions, 3,910 rushing yards, third only behind Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, and 34 touchdowns scored, tied for 11th in the entire National Football League. This brother is all world. He is something special. And we know that's a big deal because ain't a damn thing special about the ATL when it comes to football, other than Bijan Robinson. That is the dude that makes it special. You got some good players with him, but I'm saying this dude is next level. And when you see somebody like him handle himself the way he's handled himself, getting paid, being rewarded for his greatness, and the projection that the greatness ain't going to dissipate, this is what you do. This is how you take care of somebody like this. I'm very happy for him. It's well-deserved.
He's that guy. You talk about their offense, and you read off all of the numbers. What's so special about Bijan Robinson? They line him up all over the field. He aligns at wide receiver, at running back. Their entire offense goes through him. And this is such a big signing because right now, Atlanta doesn't have a quarterback. So getting a guy like Bijan Robinson under contract, happy, and out there on the practice field, I think the other part of it, whenever we see a holding in our league, you cross your fingers because you get nervous that when these guys aren't out there practicing, once they come back, that's when you start to see injuries occur. It happened with Terry McLaurin a year ago, never hit his stride with Jaden Daniels. For Bijan Robinson, he's now going to be out there on the practice field. He's going to be practicing every single day. And I think overall for the running back market, this is continuing to show us, though, you can't just be a running back. It's the guys that are getting paid, the Saquon Barkleys and now Bijan Robinson. They're the guys that do everything for their team. They are the main weapon and the focal point of the offense week in and week out. You have to have that ability. Jeremiah Love now going number 4 in the draft, number 3. You have to have that ability to get paid and be at the top of the market and reset it the way Bijan Robinson did.
Too.
Yes.
And both of y'all mentioned it. Stephen A., you cover all sports. You talked about how the running back market was devalued.
Yes.
Now we're getting to a different point to where that is no longer happening. But one thing in life that always happens is evolution. You remember when a guy named Michael Jeffrey Jordan came into the NBA?
That's right.
And then the evolution of the guard evolved, and now we've seen what it's come to? That's what Bijan Robinson is. There's a difference in being a running back and being a weapon. He's not just a running back. He's all over the place, so much so to the point to I remember preparing for the Saints when Alvin Kamara came into the league. And our game plan was find out where he's at. We set everything based off where he's at. And that's what Bijan does to a defense. You have to know where he's at all times because, like you said, he is the offense.
So we finished 2025 with 2,298 scrimmage yards. That was the most in the NFL. It was also the most in a Falcons single-season history, which was pretty impressive. Go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. While we're talking about the running back position, let's give major props and love to cats like Austin Eckler, who was out there battling, fighting. When he, obviously only played a couple of games last year. We don't know what his future holds. I don't even know if he's retired right now, whatever, because I know he's had some injuries or whatever.
Yep.
But the fact is that guy, when he was balling and he was a Charger, was speaking up on behalf of running backs and bringing attention to the plight that they were experiencing. So when you see somebody like Bijan, I want to say to Bijan and everybody at the running back position in the NFL, make sure you take a moment to give some flowers to cats like Austin Eckler and others. He wasn't the only one, but he was near the top of the list in terms of making noise on behalf of running backs and how they were being undervalued and underappreciated. This is a big moment for running backs.
Eckler now with the Commanders, I believe. Meanwhile,
yes, he was two games last year.
Yes, exactly. Meanwhile, speaking of what it does for the running back market, head coach Dan Campbell there in Detroit said this morning that Robinson extension certainly does not hurt the Lions' negotiations with their own star running back, Jahmyr Gibbs, who is holding in as he seeks a new deal. And so now that Bijan's contract is all said and done, what does this mean for Jahmyr Gibbs? What do you think, Gerald?
He is in that locker room sea-walking. He is pop-locking. He is doing every type of dance you can think of right now because the market has been set, and he knows he wants to beat that. But more so, the reason this is important for him is because, unfortunately, we've seen what can happen to running backs after they play football. We've seen Ahman Green. He came out with health problems. We see what's happening with Chris Johnson. He wants to get paid for his services. This is the first time we're going to see him as the actual bell cow back, and he knows this offense goes as he goes. So will he reset the market? Absolutely, because Bijan just said it. He's just waiting to get that perfect number.
And I think that's the best thing about it. We saw both of these guys holding in camp. And I'm a twin, so I understood when my brother got something, mine was coming right down the pipe.
Right.
Jahmyr Gibbs is saying the same thing. He saw Bijan Robinson, hits his agent up, tell me exactly what the numbers are and where we have to go from here. I think at this point, now we should expect to see Jahmyr Gibbs potentially on the field today. There's no other holdups. You've already pulled the curtain back. You know what's going on with Bijan Robinson's contract. Now, what are you going to give him more? Is it going to be the more guaranteed money? Is it going to be the more per year money? Something always has to give within that contract.
To the Detroit Lions, who the hell you think you are? Who the hell do y'all think y'all are? Do you understand who the hell Jahmyr Gibbs is? You understand what I'm saying? Let's look at this right here. Last 2 seasons, leads the NFL with 38 touchdowns, okay? 4 more than any other player. Ranks 3rd in scrimmage yards behind Bijan Robinson and Derrick Henry. Oh, by the way, ranks 31st among running backs with an average annual salary of $4.46 million. This is Jahmyr Gibbs we're talking about here. That brother's a stud. You see that all-world player? You see that playmaker? I understand that the Lions came up short. It damn sure wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. A matter of fact, he kept them relevant. He kept them relevant. He was the reason you actually sat on the outside looking in, wondering whether or not the Detroit Lions were going to make the playoffs. And by the way, if they did, this is a team that you might have to watch out for because of that game breaker right there. Why the hell is he waiting for his money? You damn right he better get signed today. Brad Holmes, you damn right he better get signed today. Dan Campbell, what the hell did y'all do? You lost 2 coordinators. Right? We look at the Detroit Lions. One could easily make the argument. They have been the biggest underachiever. You've got Goff. You see the wide receivers. You see what Jahmyr Gibbs brings to the table, okay? Listen, the bottom line is you got to take care of this brother. You got to make sure that your game breaker, your game changer, your all-world player is shown the level of appreciation that he deserves. Jahmyr Gibbs, and I love me some Dan Campbell. I respect the hell out of him. Please don't get me wrong. But you got to get this brother signed. This is one of them moments where you walk up into the front office, what we doing? Come on, bro. We got to take care of this brother. Let's take care of this brother. This is Jahmyr Gibbs we talking about here.
And to your point, you said they have Jared Goff. Jared Goff is only as good as his run game. He's phenomenal off play action. Are you going to depend on Jared Goff to just drop back and beat you with his arm? No. You need a Jahmyr Gibbs to get this run game going because not only does it electrify your offense, it electrifies the most important position in all of sports at quarterback. So you need this guy because Jared Goff needs the run game to be at his best.
I need America to understand what just happened. This big-ass dude sitting right next to me. You understand what I'm saying? That will hurt people. You understand what I'm saying? That mind-hurting quarterbacks, you understand,
yes,
is literally saying on national television, you think you can rely on Jared Goff?
I said
he's saying it with his chest. You understand? That's a big chest. You understand? So it matters. The point that I'm trying to make to you, if you're the Detroit Lions, this brother right here, a defensive individual is putting you on notice, yo. He ain't the dude. It's about Jahmyr Gibbs. You gonna need that, brother. They better listen.
The difference in Detroit and Atlanta is, yes, Jahmyr Gibbs is everything you guys just said. There's also Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Absolutely.
There's also Jamison Williams.
Absolutely.
There's also Sam Laporta. They have weapons aplenty.
Right.
And I think.
And none of them would have mattered if Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't on that football field because you got to Jared Goff to throw the football a little bit more without
Jared
a
Goff
running
can
game.
throw the football?
Hold on.
He not
I said
dropping back and
without
just beating
having
you.
the running back to rely upon.
Yeah, no.
When you just flinging back to pass, that brother target practice now. He can fling the football, but he's still target practice.